Episode 185. Sunrise over the turning mists. Perfect weather for our meeting with Ratatoskr. I guess Komori, while she was waiting, figured out these tombstones have games on them or something. Well, it's probably just information or something. I don't exactly know how these things work. I guess they're sort of like phones. That's the whole point, right? No time for games, Komori. We're finally going to stop the war. We've been screwing around, taking a lot of detours, helping out Mughals or hunters or dragons or even Naths or whatever. We're finally doing the thing we came here for. And the last Aether current out in the world is just over here, seems. Is it on the other side of this, on the way up? Maybe on the other side here? Or at the very top? Could be. If not, we can just jump down, I guess. Oh, we don't unlock flying after this, so there's still gonna be a bit more we have to do in this area. A bit more to do. And here we are. We're at the top. We'll talk to you guys in a second, and someone's kind of ruining the moment, the mood of this area, with this ridiculous outfit. I admire it though, I actually kind of like that. It's very, well, they went for something and they got it. Every piece of clothing has these straps or whatever, from the shoes to the pants to the shirts and even the gloves. It's all just basically straps and cloths. Even on the backside too. Pretty well done. Apparently Midgard's Homer approves of this choice of clothing. So, this is the place. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. It is time, warrior of light. Indeed. You know how to play that, right? Those are more notes than I would have figured you could play. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude? Here I was trying to get good weather for this by waiting. Didn't realize he would change the weather by arriving. Or was that him? Did the weather just change naturally? It could have been just good timing. No, this is definitely part of the cutscene.
Ratatoskr.
Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Ratatoskr. Do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved spirit has descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool, the light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fancy. More insight into what exactly is going on when we summon a primal, I guess. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's eyes, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created, phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith. So yeah, I'm not sure if they were going to comment on it, since Alphinode was here. I thought he might, but he was talking about Bahamut and all of that. All of that stuff was the elegant from A Realm Reborn, the Bahamut raids.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul has been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far.
Kind of Isil's face here being shattered kind of harkens back to that. Well, that conversation we just had at the campfire, how all of that stuff about faith in your cause or whatever, and having it be thrown into doubt, having to deal with that and still trying to stand tall. Seems like she's experiencing it all anew.
We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth, then tell me thou deservest forgiveness.
Dran il esk
1,200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. Two centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of a great worm are the wellspring of his strengths. It was out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his zeal knights, that most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister Ratatoskr into an ambush, and took from her that which he craved. You can really hear the voice acting even through the dragon speak there. Kind of have to wait for it every time just so I don't speak over it, but I do like hearing it. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elezen allies. They had torn out her eyes, and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet, the fiends had gained strengths beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan, and some few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears. And with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragon Song War. Tis a song my kind shall ne'er forget. E'en should 10,000 years pass, and Ishgard crumble into dust. Missing an eye himself.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for this sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest a war of extinction is but a punishment, a siege of the spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment? Those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitor's progeny bear a trace of Ratatoskr's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it. Yeah, we have seen that happen, a heretic transforming into a dragon, or dragon-kind being, whatever.
Then, the seed lies within us.
Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus they are transformed to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one through defeat, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all the betrayer's children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
Yeah, I guess we kind of glossed over whenever a person transformed into a dragon. Even way back in A Realm Reborn, like, I think that was something we did with Francel, or they summoned a dragon. They could have transformed into one. But it's happened quite a few times since then, I think, or at least one time that I can imagine, during Heavensward. Nobody comments on it, but I guess maybe magic is just kind of normal in Eorzea, that kind of magic, conjuration or whatever. So they don't think much of it if they see it. But I guess this is pretty serious, the idea of actually becoming a dragon.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
I didn't really think about that. I may have forgotten this fact since my main character. I guess they just said it just takes a sip of blood, right? So even if you don't defect to become a heretic, anybody that, I don't know, from any side that just got lost in the field could have somehow gotten dragon blood in their mouth or something and transformed into a dragon. Maybe they purposefully do that. Take some of the soldiers that they defeated or wounded or whatever, transform them into dragons or something, and nobody knows. There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. Is that implying that Estinian might transform into a dragon, or like with the eye that he's carrying around or something? I mean, he's got like a huge connection to the dragons with that thing, right? As a dragoon. But he hasn't ingested dragon blood to transform into one? Is that possible? Or is his like resistance to dragonness increased because of his dragoon class? His connection with the eye? Is he less likely to become a dragon? Never actually thought about this too much. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 20. And Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring. How much is 20? Is that 50? Or rather, 40 plus 10, which is 50? I assume so. How old is Estanian right now? Will he become a dragon when he becomes 50? Probably not. I don't think that's what they're talking about anymore.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot this little detail. That's pretty hardcore. And only a dragon can do it. Eternal life, or near eternal life. Thou hast the right of it, Dragon Slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp. Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetrate the crime, despite thy visions. The deeds of history seem distant to thee. For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatoskr's wounds. How could he not be driven mad? Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury has not consumed me. But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Pretty long conversation. What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the worm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one recourse. You know I have the right of it, warrior of light. Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power, the will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. No, Komori, not quest complete. Mission failed. The war will never end. Oh, I guess I was technically something new. I thought faith in the worm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one road to follow.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
He did uphold his end of the bargain, and from the very outset, he was pretty clear about what he was going to do. And we're exactly at that point right now, even if we don't like it.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
Okay, so we're involved in your plan. We're kind of contingent on it. We're necessary.
But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
I guess we're getting involved with this whole never-ending cycle of vengeance, one way or another. Well, mission for peace has failed, so I guess Komoy's in it.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
Har har.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
That's pretty harsh. Yeah, just like we talked about at the camp last night. Challenging your faith and whatever. What false god is this Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Oh, it's still the same. Okay. Guess we're heading in this direction. Would you look at that? I'm pretty sure we have something to do. I think Komor just kind of, in that cutscene, wordlessly agreed to help out. Perpetuate the war and kill Nidhogg or something. But let's just pretend she's mulling it over. And while she's mulling it over, she's going to do a distraction, which is right in front of her right now. It's Moglio. He's back. Oh, this just won't do, Kupo. Look, adventurer. It's another Moogle that needs our help. I wonder where his troubles will lead us, Kupo. Okay, we'll do this. This Moogle looks absolutely agitated, Kupo, but we won't be able to offer him our aid. Or offer our aid until we find out what's wrong with him. Go ahead, adventurer. Ask away. This won't do. This won't do at all, Kupo. Or whatever shall I do? What's wrong, Kupo? What won't do? Well, I came here from Asa because the flowers here bloom so lovely, and every day I've watered them without fail. But then those discordious dragons came in and started stamping all over them, Kupo. I could only stand their lack of manners for so long until one day I gave them a stern lecture in hopes that they would change their ways. But dragons being dragons, they roared and gnashed their teeth and chased me from my beloved flower bed. I've no choice now but to go back to Asa. But the dragons are stalking the road home. All I wanted to do was take care of the flowers, and now I'm trapped here, Kupo. That's quite the quandary. Aha. All I have to do is protect you on the way home, Kupo. Those dragons won't dare come near my mighty blade. Adventurer, come close. We must form our battle strategy, Kupo. I just wanted to water flowers, Kupo. Adventurer, I know you've helped me in the past, but I must ask you to let me take care of this task myself. Okay, sure. To be a member of the Palm Guard not only requires a generous heart, but a strong arm as well. I shall guide this Moogle safely home by virtue of my own blade, Kupo. Great, I guess we don't have to do this quest after all. But there are lots of dragons on the road to Asa, and if one were to happen to attack, you have my permission to come to our rescue. A Moogle's no good to anyone if they become dragon fodder. Now that our strategy has been carefully thought through, it's time to set out. Follow close behind, adventurer, so that you may bask in the courage of Moogle kind. How courageous. I guess that is in the direction we're going, sort of. Did they design this to be like a side quest that you follow while doing the main quest? Who actually goes out and does side quests before they continue the main quest, because you'd have to go do all of these side quests before you move on in the main story. Or you'd have to probably do most of them to get this quest line. It's not like one of the Aether Current quests that you have to pick up. It just seems to be following the footsteps of our path through the main story quite closely, more than I would have thought. You can stop cowering. A dragon, shoo, Kupo. The dragon almost cornered us, Kupo, but thanks to you, we've not suffered a scratch. Let's continue on our way to Asa. And I guess we can continue on our way to the main quest. I think we can finish Moglio now that we finished that one quest just now with Racefelger. Given what we know now, are we supposed to assume that these might be heretics? Maybe. Yeah. It is kind of almost exactly following the path you might think for for being on the way to the main quest. Did we have any more blue quests for the Aether Currents? Don't see any. Might have to do more of the main story to unlock them. I think we're pretty close to unlocking flying. Well, I mean, all of the quests that are optional for flying. The actual main story quest for flying is still a little bit in the future. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. Another dragon. Go away, Kupo. I almost had him that time. Just a couple more swings of my sword and the dragon would have fallen before me. Only a little bit further to a saw. Come, adventurer. Come on, Moglio, where's that spine-snatching technique you showed us once before? Finally I've returned to a saw. Thank you, Kupo. Despite some hardships, we finally completed our journey. But, adventurer, I am ashamed I wasn't strong enough to protect this Moogle on my own. When the dragons let out their terrifying roar, I couldn't do anything but cower in fear, Kupo. Fret not, Moglio. If not for you by my side, I would have never been able to return to a saw. Your courage was truly inspiring, Kupo. I thank you for the encouragement, but the Palm Guard would never take a Moogle like me. The only course of action is to help more Moogles, Kupo. My courage shall not falter again. Now I'm off to find another pom-pom in need of aid. Moglio's quest never ends. It's great to be back in the saw, but I miss my flowers, Kupo. Deal with it. And would you look at that? Something way over there. It's almost as if it's along the pass to here. I didn't see this before. I guess we do have another blue quest waiting for us. I think there's 2 more I need to do. Yeah. Guess we gotta do more of the main quest to make it appear, but if it's not clear, the main quest that we're on right now is trailing a pass towards this direction, towards the blue quest. And this is almost confirming it. Moglio is placed directly on the pass of the main quest. I guess they really wanted you to do this at the same time. Most people just probably do the main quests and unlock flying and then do all the side quests that are relevant to the content that I'm unlocking through this side quest that will come up later. But it's interesting playing on my second character now, seeing the quote-unquote intended way that you're supposed to experience all this. I mean, an intended way, I guess, to experience it, whatever. After that heavy cutscene, Moglio's antics, if you are supposed to take this on at the same time as the main quest, they seem a little bit, what's the word? Not in concert? Disconcertious? It's not in accord with, I guess, the mood or whatever. But that's fine. Don't always have to be dour. I can't go on, Kupo. Adventurer, look. It's a Moogle from the Palm Guard, and he's been knocked unconscious, or is he napping? There's only one way to find out. Ask him, Kupo. Even if he is napping, this is no place to be dozing off. Find out what's wrong with him, Kupo. This is the end, Kupo. Speak to me. What happened to you? I was on patrol. I was caught unawares, and I was attacked. You were attacked? By whom, Kupo? A tree. It was a tree. Oh, my head. Attacked by a tree? Adventurer, I'm afraid this is nothing but a clumsy Moogle, Kupo. My life is flashing before my eyes. If only I had brought more Kupo nuts, I could pull through. It's just a slight bump on the head. He'll be flitting about in time. Nevertheless, a Moogle is in need, and I shall help however I can. Adventurer, let us discuss our new strategy. Okay. Mother, father, you're all here, Kupo. I never really thought about Moogle parentage or families or whatever. They're all just kind of flitting about, fairy-like or whatever. I guess they have families and they have children and they mate. Are there Moogle eggs? I don't know. Well, everyone knows moving about when you've hit your head is dangerous. What's more, this area is crawling with carnivorous monsters, so we can't just leave him here. What's that? He'll go and get the Kupo nut while I stand guard. Alas, once again, I lack the strength to refuse your aid. Adventurer, hurry and bring the Kupo nut, before one of these mean-looking monsters decides to get curious. Getting a Kupo nut should be as simple as asking Mogzia, who looks after Mog Home Supply. If you explain the situation, he should be willing to part with another 2 Kupo. All the way back there, huh? That's kind of out of the way from the main quest. Oh well. Mogzia is in charge of Mog Home Supply of Kupo nuts. Explain to him our situation, and he should be willing to part with another 2 Kupo. Another rephrase, no new information. The worst kind. The worst kind of flavor text. And it's up above, too. Gonna have to go all the way around. I don't know if there's a faster way up other than going in and then down and up and around. I really could have waited until I unlocked flying for this, but I guess doing these side quests while we're bound to the land gives us a better appreciation for the map, a little bit. It'll all be over soon enough anyway once I get flying. In retrospect, it'll only have been a few episodes where I was exploring the Churning Mists, and it'll be mostly gone forever. We'll take it in while we can. I guess MMOs like this are meant for you to come back to the areas like on a daily basis or something for fates or whatever is out in the world. But I guess on a character like this, where I'm just kind of going through the main story one at a time with, well, only one way through, not really coming back for the multiplayer aspect of the MMO, I'm only in these areas for a relatively short time, I guess, so guess I just want to take it in a little bit anyway. What's that? A palm guard in need of a Kupo nut? It's a terrible thing for a palm guard Moogle to be trapped out in the wild without their precious nuts. Very well, take as many as you need. Let's bring it to him quick. Well, hurry up. A palm guard without his nuts is no guard at all, Kupo. What a sentence. Alright. Gonna have to go about this as quickly as we can. And there is no way up, it seems, other than going in and around, unless you've unlocked flying. It is on the way to the quest. Just gonna take some time to get there. We've traveled this path before, nothing new. This third pass implies foot traffic, right? Presumably by the ancient humans, since it leads to, well, not humans, the ancient Elizin, since it leads to all of these structures built by the Elizin for the dragons or with the dragons. But wouldn't the thousands of years have made the foliage or whatever grow over this pass if there is no foot traffic anymore. It's certainly not the monsters, and certainly not the Moogles. The Moogles just float around. Oh. Ran right past them. They're just so tiny. How am I supposed to see them? Where are they? There they are. What's going on over here? Oh, a fate thing. Oh, were you looking for us, Kupo? An Archaeosaur was getting a little too close for comfort, so Moglio and I fled over here. Oh, so this is a different location from last time. I didn't even notice. I mean, oh, my poor head. Did you bring me a Kupo nut? Here's your Kupo nut. The flavorful seed of a Kupo tree. The Kupo nut is cherished by Moogles across the realm. What is a Kupo tree? Is it that glowing blue tree or whatever? Oh, thank heavens, Kupo. It's so delicious. And it's been so long. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel the power, Kupopo. Ah, it's so good to feel alive again. I must remember to bring more Kupo nuts with me on my next patrol. You saved my palm, Kupo. My thanks, Moglio. Without your aid, I would have met an untimely demise, Kupo. You are too kind. All I did was flee from that Archaeosaur. Nonsense, Kupo. You could have left me to be prey to the wild beasts, but you risked your pom-pom to carry me with you. You can hold your head high. But this isn't an ideal place for long-winded praise. Let us return to Mogholm and seek out Captain Moglu, Kupo. Captain Moglu? Why, whatever for, Kupo? All shall be revealed in good time. Ah yes, your companion may come along as well. Oh great. We gotta go back there again? Well fine, this better be the last time. And here I thought it was on the way to the main quest. I mean it was, but going back and forth like this really makes me doubt whether or not this was meant to be part of the whole... well, meant to be done while you were doing the main quest. I guess it's not that far. Captain Moglu wishes to speak with me, Kupo. Moglio, listen well, Kupo. You will want to hear what Captain Moglu has to say. So, you are the daring Moglio of whom I have heard so much. I am given to understand that you have been helping our troubled brethren across the land. I merely do what any upstanding Moogle would do, Kupo. Though my trusty companion here deserves much and more of the credit. Although you have this adventurer's hand to aid you, you must stop this one Moogle crusade. Should the worst happen, it would be a grievous loss, Kupo. Are you saying I can't even help just one more Moogle? But I just wanted to prove myself worthy of the Palm Guard. Do not make me repeat myself, Moglio. Though your intent is noble, you cannot continue helping other Moogles alone. Nay, henceforth, you will do so as a member of the Palm Guard, Kupo. Me? In the Palm Guard? We could ask for no greater honor than to count you amongst our ranks. Moogles all over, a brother of the Palm Guard among them. Vouch for your skill and valor both. I can think of no worthier addition to our ranks. Hear, hear, Kupo. Are you sure I'm strong enough? Strength is important, 'tis true, but it is not without courage. And courage is something you do not want for, Kupo. I have great expectations of you, Moglio. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. It's even better than that time I ate 4 Kupo nuts at once. Finally, I'm Moglio of the Palm Guard, Kupopo. Kind of like how Komori's head is tracking Moglio spinning around. How fun. Welcome to the Brotherhood, Kupo. Come with me, and I shall introduce you to everyone. At least someone gets a happy ending. Just gotta be a Moogle. Can't be an Elizin or a dragon or whatever else race. Experiences mind-crushing, soul-crushing, spirit-crushing heartbreak all the time. So what did we unlock from that quest? Who knows? We can't continue that quest line, quest chain, whatever, until we get further into the main story. One at a time. I guess Moglio's part of the quest chain is done, but there's going to be more Moogles later. Alright, now back to the main quest. And one more time down this path. Hopefully the last time. It should be the last time if we get the Aether Current from here, as well as the Aether Current from what other blue quests there is, wherever it is. And then finish up the main story quest that gives us the last Aether Current. Flying can't come soon enough. It already came soon enough, or whatever. Late enough? It came for the Dravanian Forelands. I unlocked flying there. Even though I haven't actually flown down there, I unlocked flying when we arrived here, but never actually went back to the Dravanian Forelands after we came here to test out flying. Some other time. Alright, here we go. Back on the main trail. We got more? Oh, we got more. Nope, we're not done. Yep, it really is a straggler, just kind of waiting to attack. After all, its friends already ganged up on me. Alright. The big cloud floating in the distance. It's the Eyrie. We haven't addressed it until now, but that's what this big landmark, skymark, whatever, in the sky is. We'll do this first, though. More Moogles, everyone. Whatever can be taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I wager she went home on account of those troublesome Tulahans that are flapping about. If you say 4 of them, that should secure a safe pass, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo. Well, they're all over the place, so it should be quick, right? They do take quite a beating, though. I have a bad habit of not looking at the monsters I'm killing. I've always got my eyes on the next objective. Love to see it when wildfire does the killing blow. Big explosion. Thank you. Now that the Tulahans are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kupo? Alright. Was that part of any chain? Doesn't look like it, just the same quests that are already on the map. So we're now clear to continue the main quest until we get the last Aether Current side quest. Nidhogg is somewhere up there. Now what? We're here, he's up there. Can you jump up there, Stinian? Stinian, pray tell me I am wrong.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
Or are those not normally there? I'm just so used to always seeing them.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the Primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated. Mayhap it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Well, first of all, that's Mal from Estinian. That was just kind of funny to me. I guess he's really glad Alphinaud has a instant solution to his problem. Get used to it, Estinian. Alphinaud is kind of the only guy that makes things move forward. I mean, I guess other people do, but mainly him. And I guess we're getting Sid back into the story too. And how are we going to do that? While he's over somewhere and we're out here? Is he going to have to get escorted up the mountain like Connie Senna as well? A lot of people coming up this mountain. If our only remaining recourse is to violence, then we should seek out the swiftest path to victory. With every moment we hesitate, Ishgard's prospects grow bleaker. A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the Eyrie. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. Ishgard, you say? I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renate's Forum, Gomoy. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Sid will still be in Ishgard. And there's our cue. To go back to Ishgard, as part of the main story, go meet with your engineer friend. I shall remain here and keep vigil over the worm. Any other blue quests? Actually, we unlocked something. Some kind of not blue quest here. Well, we have this one, so what we're going to do, I guess, is complete the blue quest. I believe this quest over here, Pom Pom Panic, that wasn't here before, was it? Or was it this one? Who's got the bastards? One of these. One of these wasn't here before, which means it was part of the quest chain from that blue quest we just did, and it needed the main story quest to unlock. Or it's just a new quest that unlocked after the main story was there. In any case, if there's anything related to a blue quest as part of the quest chain, we'll do that after this one, and then we'll head back to Ishgard, where we'll probably meet up with Sid and rank up our machinist, by which I mean do all of those job quests. So we've got a lot of work to do. Still here in the Churning Mists, and then back in Ishgard with Sid, and then even back at the Machinist Guild or whatever, to get all of our skills in preparation for our fight with Nidhogg. We'll just have to do it one step at a time, and the first step is taking a breather. Now would be a good time to take a break.